Hey, we're officially live. Everyone should be able to see us and hear us. Let's check those mics. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hey, chat.
No harmonizing.
No harmonizing. We're keeping it simple. We don't want to. We also don't want to.
People get too used to it.
We don't want to throw Bronx off. He's our guest. He hasn't prepared for the harmonizing. We're going to blame him for why we didn't do it.
Watch him be the best among us.
Ellen. It's all about it. Bronx is the reason. All right, chat. Let us know if anyone's frozen, anyone's muted. We'll get that fixed right away because sometimes glitches happen along the way. This is our weekly Cyberpunk Red gameplay we do right here every Thursday for Syrinscape. Before I get into a little recap on the team, the current campaign, our guests, all that good stuff, let's first do like we always do. Let's go around the table and everyone take a moment to introduce yourself. Let people know where they can find you online and introduce your character. Ellen, start it off.
Hi, I'm Ellen, or if you follow me on Twitter, you can find me at EllenKGraham1. You can see all the different streams that I am involved with, and you can also follow me on Instagram if you'd like, at EllieBean96, which is like jelly bean, but without the J. And you can see more niche things that I do over there, like drag and acting and all of that flim-flammery. But mainly, you can find me at Roll to Cast. That's ROLE. We are an any-winning variety TTRPG podcast. Each season of the podcast is a different game system. We've got 8 seasons. We're currently releasing Starfinder, but if you go back through the catalog, there are full seasons, each different games: Avatar Legends, Cyberpunk Red and 2020, Vampire the Masquerade, Pulp Cthulhu, Kids on Bikes. That's just some of them. Go check it out. There'll be something you like, and if not, then we will play a game that you like in the future. And also make sure that you follow us on our YouTube channel. I'm sure Phil's going to tell you more about our YouTube channel and the upcoming event that we have this weekend. But yeah, just make sure that you follow Roll to Cast on all of the socials. That is ROLE. And yeah, support what we do because it really, really helps. And I am playing Alley Katz, the rocker of your dreams.
Well done. And now
back to basics.
Back to basics. I like it. Well done. Keeping it simple. And now for the foxiest of Rockettes.
Yes. Hello, everyone. This may come as a shock, but yes, it is once again I, Rockette Fox, your second, well, today your second, third, fourth, fifth favorite person. Because I know your second and third are these two little fearless babies.
They're so naked.
They're so naked. Don't look. Your eyes are not ready for this.
Just bumped up the rating on Twitch.
But yeah. If you want to see the things that I do, you can find me over on Cybernation Uncensored, where I do in fact produce a couple of shows, and also back over on True Press GP's channel for Traveler Pirates of Jornax on Friday nights. And as far as tonight goes, I am playing Hades, the rocker of your dreams.
That got a little scary at the end there. I don't know what.
It's a double act.
All right, hey, Philly the Kid.
Hey, that's me. I think I'm Phil. I'm also part of Roll to Cast with the lovely Ellen. And yes, we do a monthly live stream somewhat akin to what you're seeing today. It's where we go and sit in front of cameras and do stuff live for you. But we do it on YouTube, not Twitch. So go subscribe to our YouTube. It's got lots of cool Let's Plays, like a full playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And then every month on the last Sunday of the month for us Australians, we play a game chosen by our patrons. And this time I'm very excited because we're playing Everyone is John, a competitive role-playing game for 2 or more terrible people, 3 or more terrible people, where you vie for the attention of John's fractured psyche. It should be lots of fun. More people who jump in, the better it gets. And there's also a lovely Discord we have for all our members and people and just general fans as well. Lots of fun discussion happening in there. Yes, at the back there.
True?
Yes.
Is it true that Roll to Cast did a sellout live show where they played Cyberpunk Red, and where those videos might be available for people who weren't able to see it in Australia?
Yes, we did a sellout live show at the Adelaide Fringe, and I've just taken on the mantle of editing those over the next few weeks. So I know for a fact they will be coming to our Patreon in 3 weeks' time. Yes, so we filmed those. They're going to be awesome, and they were powered by Syrinscape, so which was very, very cool. But today I'm playing Bud, the solo of your dreams.
Oh yeah, what's up, Renegade? I see you joining us in chat. And
Yeah.
Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon Perkins, also known as DM_Brando. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about this little show that I do over on Cybernation Uncensored called Last of Us 2D20. And I'm super excited about it because it's happening on this coming Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific, or specific time. Yeah.
Specifically Pacific.
Yeah, and the group finds themselves in a really interesting situation. The spoilers, just so you know, there's a whole bunch of infected that have just been let out of some cells in a prison, and the group's in the middle. We'll have to see what happens. Anyway, I'm excited to see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen. Because as with many GMs, I like to present the problem, not the solution. So, good times will be had by all. That's on Cybernation Uncensored. And we also use Syrinscape there because Syrinscape is awesome. And if you don't use Syrinscape, then you are missing out. So today I am playing Rush, the fixer who finally dropped some points in business.
Ooh.
I thought you were going for contortionism.
Thank goodness.
Nice. I like that. And hey, I'm the game master here. I'm GM Rob Mulligan, but I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. Check out Cybernation Uncensored for all kinds of gameplay and shows, GM tips, tutorials. Way too much to mention. It's not just me. We have other content creators, GMs, and people just like Rockette mentioned, Brandon mentioned. They have some shows over there. We stream live almost every day of the week. If you can't catch the live on Twitch, go over to Cybernation Uncensored on YouTube. You can check out all the VODs over there, and then it goes out to 30-plus podcast sites after that. We would really appreciate the support. We also have some open casting calls. Every month there's new casting calls. Right now we have a couple open ones. You can find all those on the Cybernation Uncensored Discord. Also, we have a really active Patreon where I do a monthly raffle to win a free shirt, a monthly raffle to do some gameplay with Cyberpunk Red. In fact, our special guest for this campaign, Bronx Smash, joined up on that and has been playing over on Cybernation Uncensored with Team Phoenix Rising. He got to do an appearance there, and now that same character, it just so happened a nomad, worked out for what I needed over here, was able to come make an appearance. So that was really cool. I'll let Bronx introduce himself in a moment and his character. I would like Bronx you to do a little breakdown of the character too. But before we do that and I introduce the character, let me remind you that we're here for Syrinscape. Make sure you follow, you subscribe here on Twitch, also on YouTube. If you're watching the YouTube right now, make sure you subscribe, give the video a like, drop us a comment. We would really appreciate the interaction. Also, go check out what Syrinscape is if you haven't already. I mean, it's an app and a tool for your gameplay. It adds awesome sounds and things. They have a official licensed sound sets for almost every game you can think of. If they don't have what you need, I'm positive you'll find something that fits it, or you can create your own. It's just amazing. But yes, the young lady in the back.
Hey, Rob, is it true that Syrinscape also have merchandise that you can buy, and even merchandise about this very stream that we're on?
I think I've heard that. In fact, I think there's someone that has an example that they could show on screen right now. But yeah,
It's amazing.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that artwork created by one of our very own players, Rockette Fox?
I believe it may just have been.
I think that's true.
Oh.
And that's great. But can we all go back to talking normal now?
No,
Should we do the entire stream like this?
I think that we should.
Oh God, no!
It's
All right,
either
all
that or
right,
everyone's data.
all right. Let's herd these cats back. Listen, show Syrinscape some love. That's my main point here. Syrinscape is amazing. It's the reason we're here. Also, make sure you share the Twitch. Let people know we're live. This team is on a current campaign for Rush, hence the name. We're in a rush. I wanted to do campaigns focused on each character because up till now we've done 13 seasons of all kinds of campaigns, twists, turns, plot twists, and NPCs, and awesome role playing. Some campaigns didn't even really happen apparently. People got brainwashed, all kinds of stuff. Check out all those on the Syrinscape YouTube. But I wanted to get into these sort of player-driven campaigns where it's just focusing on one character and kind of let them run with it, throw some things out there, and just have some fun with it. Right now, we're into Rush. He's on his first big night market on the road. He worked with the Aldecaldos to put together this sort of semi-train. The Aldecaldos were busy. They had to outsource some nomads and stuff to help along the way. Hence, Night Shift here, played by Bronx, running the train. And also they have, who is it, Chuck running in the back. And I don't have my notes right in front of me. The tech, I'll grab those when we start getting into it, running it. But they're from different nomad clans that the Aldecaldos was able to kind of put together, and that's why the team themselves needs to help Rush by running security, just kind of getting it going. Bud's following along in his new Harvey 100, his cyber bike. The rest of the team's hanging out. They have a below deck where all the merch is kind of kept. Rush organizes it and brings it up top, what's needed for each ride on. Different clans are supposed to meet along the route and kind of drive up onto the platform, do the deal. It's a mobile night market, really cool. And after about a day and a half, 2 days worth of travel and doing this, they should end up in Vegas where Rush can reunite with his girl, Cypress. And there might be some other things that happen along the way. Just outside of character, we know Ellen is out for 3 sessions starting next week, and then on the 18th, Rockette's out for 6 sessions, so we are going to play Allie as an NPC. We'll let Rockette possibly run it for the sessions needed to complete Rush's campaign. We're in a Rush campaign. And then after that, we'll figure out a possible one-shot or something fun on the 18th that might run a 1 session, maybe 2 or so. And then we'll have everyone back after Rockette's back and everything. We'll see how it works. We'll try to make it work. We'll juggle it. Everyone stick with us. It should be a pretty crazy ride. And shout out to Stink Palm, already rewarding the team with some +2s. But yeah, before we dive into it, Bronx, why don't you introduce yourself, let people know where they can find you online and stuff, and then introduce your character and describe the look and everything, since Night Shift is new to a lot of people here.
Yeah, so my name's Bronx, or Bronx Smash. You can find me over at Twitter at Bronx_Smash. So I'm playing Night Shift. He's a nomad. He is the nomad you call when you need things moved. Or a night taxi. Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. I felt like part of the team
I
at
love
that moment.
it. No, I love it.
So he's a nomad smuggler with the Elsinore Storm family out of Southern California. He is... He's just under 6 foot tall. He's a really large built nomad. He's got a body of 7, so he's pretty bulky. And he comes from a large transportation nomad family that we're going to be meeting up with today. But he's a smuggler, and he does jobs on the side for his family. His favorite weapon is a war club that's been passed down generation to generation. It's a gunstock war club that is really special to him. He wears generally just like athletic wear, so like t-shirts, joggers, tennis shoes, He has a long mohawk that's pulled back into a ponytail. Always has mirror shades on. And generally just a quiet, calm dude.
Nice, well done. And yeah, the team's currently pulling up to meet up with their family. They're the first sort of clan to come on the night market, and they just got through a couple highway patrols pulling them over that didn't end up being real patrolmen. They were apparently pulling them over to try to rob them or see what they're doing out there. But the team really messed them up. Some good driving skills, some good solo skills, and yeah, they got out of there. But yeah, they're just about to ride up to meet up with Night Shift's clan. We'll say it's about like a late afternoon, maybe early afternoon, and yeah, that's kind of where we left off. The other thing too, I know we had Charles Chucky riding the caboose, kind of helping with steering. So since it's like kind of a 3 semi sort of platform attachment, but I don't have the original notes on the tech. Does anyone remember her name? I'm drawing a blank.
All I've got is Blaze, who is the guitar player. But
no, yeah,
sorry.
Important things have been remembered.
Yeah, Blaze.
Was she something like Ghost or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, I feel like it was a G word. We'll go with Ginny. How about Ginny? We'll just go with that for
like
fun.
that.
Ginny with a G, and yeah, we'll go with that. Let me get some Sirenscape sounds.
She really answers to anything, really. You know,
she does.
Hey,
She's
you, Jenny,
Her name's
Ghost.
Ginny Tonic.
Exactly, I love it. But let's get some Sirenscape sounds going as you hit a little bit of easy riding. We'll say I'll turn down the radio a little bit there so we can focus on the driving and the team getting through the Badlands. But you know you're coming up on your family clan. Your brother just hit you on the radio. We see you approaching, everything good. All right, it's good. Hit approaching speed. You want to drop the platforms, we'll pull up.
Flip the switch for the ramp to come down to load them on.
Nice, yeah, you drop the platforms, couple cyber bikes, a little sort of El Camino modded out comes up, a truck comes up, there's a couple other cyber bikes that pull off on the side, they're just kind of riding alongside, they kind of nod at you, bud. I'm just giving you like a, sort of hello. But yeah, they drive up there, you got some of your clan there. Why don't you remind us what your brother's name, describe him. I know, there's a little friendly competition there, he's kind of fun.
That was Sable.
Or Sable?
She was from the, that was Sable from the Eldecados.
No, I knew you had competition kind of with Aldecaldos and stuff. But what was your brother?
My brother, his name is, I have it right here. I have to pull up the page now.
Yeah, I had my original notes.
Not prepared.
I don't have them with me. I apologize.
Give him a dumb nickname.
Yeah, we can just make up something.
He goes by the name of Nexus.
Anybody else in your family worth mentioning that stands out, or does Nexus kind of handle most of the business? Yeah,
Nexus is in charge of accounts and customers for our transportation family. Then we have my father, who is named. He goes by Buffalo. He's 6'5", big guy. And then we have my mom, whose name is right here. It's Zonta. But she goes by Mother. Yeah. And she's actually the one that is in charge of the whole clan. She's actually the one that runs it. And she's only 5'3". She's this sweet, just beautiful lady that is just so calm, and you would never think of her as the one actually in charge of the family. But little do you know, she's more of a hard nose than anybody else in the clan.
Nice. Yeah, they all ride up. You see, some of the clan up there out of the different vehicles, but obviously the most notable, or as you mentioned, you've got your brother there, your father, your mother, and they all come out. They greet you with hugs. Happy to see you, with the exception of your brother, who teases a bit. So working for the competition.
Yeah, well, we got to bring in some money sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
We all can't be the golden child holding all the accounts down.
Now, I'm just guessing from context clues, but this is actually your family and not someone posing as nomads who are going to try and shoot us up?
This is my family, trust me. This is my family. They're great.
And they're not going to try and shoot us up?
Well, don't do anything that would cause that.
I mean, that's a
they're here for
sliding scale,
business.
depending on each family, am I right?
Oh, yeah,
And you're...
Any sore points we shouldn't mention?
Oh no, it's all good. We're an easygoing family.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah, and then your mom steps up after your father and brother, tease a little, say their hellos. She mentions to you, so are you going to introduce us to this Rush, and we can maybe get some business for the clan now? And also, before that happens, as she's saying that, Rush, what are you preparing? How are you? Because I know, before each one of these sort of approach, you got to do your below deck inventory, get it on the lift, get it up, present it. What do you picture? What's in plan for this clan? What were they looking at?
I would meet them as they roll up onto the platform, and then in Iron Man, Tony Stark style, kind of arms out to the side while everything raises up on the lift behind me. Just take a look. So I'll have the rifles, the Arasaka prototype mimics, I guess, the cleaver, plus all of the other guns that we've got to display for sale.
Nice. Yeah, you see instantly, whoa, this is impressive. They look at you, Night Shift. Very impressive. They kind of come out from the back of the cab and go back to, all attention on the night market now. No more reminiscing with Night Shift. He's got to focus on driving, obviously. But they get back over, looking everything over, and she goes on to explain, well, these Arasaka specials, and Cleaver and these excellent finds, Rush. We haven't seen equipment like this in forever, but that's obviously beyond our budget. And Rush too, there's certain clans for certain merchandise, and let's maybe say there's one in particular, like the next day or something, that's supposed to get the higher end items or something. But we'll say that maybe Night Shift's clan more for general security weapons and stuff for their travels or something along those lines. But very impressed with your inventory. We'll put out the word with the other families we work with, and very impressive. But yeah, we'd like to get at least a dozen rifles for our clan. If you've got any heavy pistols too, we'll take a dozen of those. Obviously rounds of ammo for everything. We'll have to stock up on that. If you can put together a little bundle price or something, that'd be great.
Absolutely. This ish is preem, I'm telling you. So have a really good close look if you haven't taken a look over at these items over here as well, just in case you wanted to add a little on. But let's start talking some numbers. I don't know off the top of my head what those numbers would be, but,
and as we discussed too, with all these sales, this inventory, I think we discussed, it's third party. It's not like you had to source it. That would have been its own adventure. But this is the type of thing you're trying to move all this stuff where you end up with your 10K at the end equivalent of 10% or what it might be. We'll just kind of assume right around there. So we don't need to get into those exact details, but I would like to roll some haggle. So at the very end of the campaign, when I calculate that 10K payment, I can adjust it up or down for you. So yeah, give me your haggle. And then before you do that, or never mind, it's all good. Let me get that.
No. Before you do that,
also give me
I was quick on the draw.
Give me a persuasion as well, please.
Just one more thing.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you don't need it, but would you like any help? They also come in different colors.
Yeah, I would offer help. It would go well though.
I would add that my dad would probably be looking at it.
What was that?
I was gonna say, I'd say my dad would probably be eyeing that cleaver in the back.
Nice.
You're just drooling over it, like, oh, I wish I had the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely checking it out.
He's a big enough guy that he could wield it.
Yeah, he's definitely checking it out. He's even picking it up, trying it out, swinging it around a little bit. Like you can tell he really likes it. But
maybe a discount.
But yeah, you're able to haggle and get the price up. Your what is it, 20%? Give me one second. Rank 10. Your options here.
Oh my gosh.
I mean. Incredible.
Every time I remember that you're rank 10, I'm just like, what? Like,
but still,
what are you doing?
Yeah, 20.
Slumming it with
well,
us.
Yeah, you can pay per person for jobs 20%, but this is more of merchandise, so 10% basically. So let me mark that down as a success. You're able to kind of haggle them up a price by 10%, so that'll come in the long run on your end of campaign commission. But aside from that, you're also able, like, as they're negotiating that, you see her kind of like looking over at the other items you were pointing out. She says, "You know what? I think you're right. Let's get some of those attachments going. What exactly do you have over here?"
Tell them about the extended mags
All right. Yeah, we've got some extended mags
from
here,
my bike.
because there are times when you just don't have enough bullets. And you know what? Extended mags help with that. That way, you'll have more bullets for the shooting and the killing. Eh?
Tell them about the underbarrel grenade launchers.
Underbarrel grenade launchers as well. For those times when you want something to be really dead.
Tell
You
them
got
about
different-
the customizations. Hades has a little box. I would imagine like maybe a cardboard box turned upside down, and just like these little things drawn on paper with like tape on them.
That's when you get your custom paint job. You like put it in the cardboard box, and then you just got like spray cans, and you just like shh. It comes out with a custom design.
That's one of a kind.
Yeah, no one else will have anything like it.
Yeah, local, artisanal.
Yeah, I think,
Especially artisanal.
yeah, I'm not worried about the customization, but Rush, these extended mags, you sold me on that, especially when we hit those long trips and run into the Rabbit Shiv and things. It just becomes an issue. So I think we'll pick up an extended mag for each one of the rifles. We'll get at least a half a dozen of the underbarrel grenade launchers too. I like that idea. I know some of the boys will have fun with that.
You got different kinds of ammo, Rush, back there?
Certainly, I have different kinds of ammo. And I thank you very much for reminding me of all the different kinds of ammo.
Well, I mean, it's like you always say, Rush. I mean, there's an ammo for every job, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes you need to be able to pierce through armor. Sometimes you need things to burn a little bit.
Or a
Ammo's
lot of
there
it.
for you. Or a lot of it. That's true.
This whole episode just become us like doing slightly scripted ads.
Mm-hmm.
And is it true,
Right, maybe-
Rush?
Yes, you at the back.
Did he like hand out like talking points beforehand?
Yeah.
But flips
You got
through his papers.
the brochures and pamphlets, right?
Yeah. The reading material.
No, I don't. With our budget, I think we're gonna have to keep the regular ammo, but we will take the extended mags and the underbarrel launchers. At least a half a dozen of those. Get the extended mags for all dozen rifles. But we'll stick with the regular ammo. That way we can make sure we get enough. But that's kind of tapping out our budget, Rush. I hope you can understand. And we weren't even planning on these extras, but you sold me.
I do understand. I certainly do. Now to the gentleman that's enjoying the cleaver over there, I don't suppose he has his own personal budget. Maybe he'd be interested in talking money over there.
That's my husband Buffalo, but no, our budget it's clan budget. We have a plan. She looks over at him. We have a plan. He looks over, he's like holding it up, but
it looks good on you. It really does.
So good.
It's such a waste because not everyone can wield that thing,
It takes a very
Otherwise, it
special
just-
individual.
Otherwise, it just sits up there and rusts.
Man.
it's just not in the budget. And then you see Buffalo just like kind of look depressed, and he puts the cleaver back on the rack and kind of goes over to some of the other clan members, just talking to him and stuff. And then you see her walk over to the back of the cab and lean into you, Night Shift, and just says, Papa Buffalo's birthday's coming up. Night Shift, it's not in the clan budget, but if you have anything to put in, I'm going to ask some of the other boys. He wants that cleaver, and I can't not get it. How often do we see one of those?
Yeah, I'll put what I have in.
This
I
is
can't.
all I've ever
We can't
wanted.
deny Dad that. Come on.
Oh, okay, I'm getting it. Thank you, thank you. She takes the money and goes over. You see her talking to a couple other clan members aside from Buffalo, and then comes back over to you, Rush, and kind of like slips you the money, and says, "Look, this is all we could gather up. I hope it's enough." And it's not, Rush. It's not enough. Like, you know, you could sell that thing for more, so it's pretty much up to you at this point. It's at least, you know, something, but it's definitely not what you could get for it from the other clan that you know is wanting the expensive stuff. But she goes on to explain, you know, but it's his birthday and with night shift work, and I just hope you can, you know, bend the prices a little.
Rush, it's his birthday.
Now, I know that sure, this could sell for more. Odds are it's not going to sell right away, and it's not going to make me any money sitting on a shelf. So, yeah, I would definitely want to make this guy's day.
Yeah.
God, okay,
Yay!
okay, hold on. Then she goes over to the cab and she leans into you. Can you put this on auto drive and we just have a little surprise birthday moment here?
Flipped a couple switches since it's more analog than digital.
Yeah.
Tie a rope to the steering wheel, put a brick on the gas pedal.
Perfect.
This
Safe.
feels so safe.
It is very safe.
Yay.
Cruise control.
I mean, we're in the desert. What are we going to hit? A couple Joshua trees? And
Easy.
It just starts going off into dunes and off thing. But no, yeah, it's
This is
cruising.
a great birthday.
And you come back, and your mom kind of gathers up the other nomads, and your dad just kind of looks confused. What's going on here? And well, we just had a surprise for you. Your birthday's coming up, and it's time for the clan to celebrate it early. We got you the cleaver, and points over at you, Rush, to bust it out. And then they start kind of like doing this thing, night shift, this sort of family song that you guys do for everyone's birthday. How does it go? Why don't you go ahead and sing it for us? You got to make it up on the spot. I'm totally kidding. I'm not going to do that to you.
I was hoping this would happen.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday, 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 birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, birthday, birthday. Happy level up day.
I like it that way.
Yay! Hades throws some pocket
That's
confetti.
non-copyright whatsoever. We're good.
Exactly.
It's public domain now.
But they, yeah, it is.
That's true.
That is wild.
But they chant. They have their family moment. The clan kind of celebrates. You see them all in shock, and you know, even a tear comes to Buffalo's eyes as he picks up the
He's
cleaver.
holding up the axe.
Oh yeah, he's holding it up. He's already heating it up. It's already starting to glow. He's like, "Oh, look at this thing!" He's just so excited about it as night shift can get back to driving as the train rig is about to run off the road.
Yeah, it'd be
This is
really
Or,
great if someone could get back to driving. Really
Before
great.
I go back to driving really quick, I pull out my heavy pistol and hand it to Rocket Fox and be like, okay. And then I head back into the cab with her with my pistol.
Cute.
Hades then has the pistol and will follow him into the cave.
Oh, did I say Rocket? Sorry.
No, it's too late. It's too late. She has it now.
One in the same.
Gonna follow to the cab and have the heavy pistol. Hades likes to join in.
Amazing.
Nice. Yeah, and you travel on as the clan celebrates for a moment. The mom thanks you, Rush, for the deal, and goes on to tell you, you know, look, I know you're working with my son, and I know it's an Aldecaldo deal, but you know, just doing this for Buffalo and for our birthday, and just working with us on that. Look, in the future, you need any transport help, you can call on the family anytime, and I'm sure, you know, my son can vouch for that as well. You know, we have your back.
Hey, you got it. Thank you very much.
All right, let's mount up. They start getting on their
Wait.
vehicles.
I drop the ramps back down so they can all just roll off.
Yeah, they roll off kind of.
Give the big old like horn a blow as they leave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
love nomads.
They
Maybe
pull
it's
off.
the Night City in me talking, but I don't think I've ever met a family that sings happy birthday for each other.
Not like
Crazy.
that.
No. It was awesome.
And yeah, you did your deal. You've got a little span of time now. You know, you've got the evening to roll out. You know that you do have to camp out at one point tonight. You kind of have your spot where you're gonna drive as far as you can take it before you camp out for the night. Then the next morning, you probably have maybe a few hours drive before you'll get to the first fuel station, which is an old oasis. You'll fuel up and you'll take care of that. And then a couple hours after that, you have your big paying gig. So that's kind of a little foresight on some planning and things you have to do. So you're going to drive right now. You got some downtime. You can role play it out, chat some things. If you have anything in mind that you want to throw out there, you can. But you got that time. Then it's going to be time to get some rest. And you're going to get some gas a few hours after the next day, and then your big expensive encounter. But I'll let you take it from here.
Rush, when's your birthday?
Oh,
I bet he's a Taurus.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Or one of those cat things with the little thing on top.
yeah. You know what? I have
What?
no idea.
Cat? There's no cat.
Yeah, the one with the thing right up there, and then the other thing that sticks off the back.
You got any idea what she means, Rush?
Nope.
Wait, so when's your birthday?
Night shift? Are you into horoscopes?
No, but I definitely can say I've never heard of that.
Does she mean
No
a
one knows.
crab? It doesn't sound like a crab.
Yeah, that!
What?
I think she's never seen one.
You mean Cancer? The sign Cancer?
That sounds familiar to me, yeah.
That's
The only cat I know of is Leo, but
No.
Oh yeah.
No, that's a lion.
small cat, big cat, cat.
It's probably more of a Cancer. Those other things attached. So,
Are you saying he's a little pinchy
Pincers?
with a hard shell?
yeah, Rush, do you have pinchers? Is that what I'm to understand?
I mean, I don't know. I was born on the road, but I don't know what date. Nobody told me. So birthdays have just not been a thing for me. But
Rush!
what?
You should not have told her that.
Wait,
Rush,
wait,
have
wait.
you never had a birthday party?
You should
Just
not have
birthday?
told her that at
Okay,
all.
I feel
So
like I want
today
to get
is now
out.
Rush's birthday.
Yeah, but I feel like I want to
He shares the
Allie
same
gets
day as
out.
my dad. It's your birthday, Rush.
All right.
I'm like, oh, we didn't even get
I kick
anything
open
for
the,
you.
I kick open the cabinet with the special hooch in it and start passing it back.
Oh
Look
my
at that
gosh!
special hooch.
Oh my gosh!
Hades is gonna go back over to a cardboard box and kind of duck under it for a little bit.
Oh, if I remember anything about drinking with nomads, it's that this hooch is gonna put hair on your chest.
From under the box.
And
I don't
it'll fall
want
off
that.
and grow back.
Yeah. All right. Well, to birthdays.
Yeah, I don't usually drink on the job, but here we go.
Yeah,
Happy
come
birthday,
on.
Rush.
Birthdays!
Oh my gosh, Bud, are you meant to take a hand off the the handles like that?
Thing drives itself.
You know,
Look out in
it's,
the distance. Bud's out there with a cup.
it's auto gyroscopic. Like motorcycles stay upright for a while.
It's like a 5-mile straight road.
Oh my gosh. If
Yes,
No.
okay.
okay.
Oh, look out!
All
Whoa.
right. Well, now that I've had a drink,
Charles.
if it's so straight and so easy to just keep the bike stationary, can you do both hands off?
Wheelie, wheelie!
Do a wheelie. How many? We'll have to roll for a wheelie.
Do a wheelie.
Do
yeah,
a
you can,
wheelie.
yeah, you can do land vehicle and see if you do a wheelie. It'd be easy. It wouldn't be a hard DV.
Come on.
17.
Down this
Yeah,
highway.
you nailed it. I think it would be a 13.
We're all getting into the booze. It's fun.
Yeah.
This is like
He drops
classic.
back. He drops back, and then you hear the deep rumble, and then where you guys are on the sales deck having a drink, you just see Bud come rearing up in a wheelie, and he's pulls a flask from his jacket and has a swig at the same time before landing the bike back down from its wheelie.
I imagine camera on the
Let me get
crew
this.
sitting there drinking, and in the background you see Bud on a wheelie going this way. Front wheelie going back this way, but standing on top going this way.
And I should add,
standing on the bike.
not just exactly, it keeps changing. And it's not just now it's not just Rush's first ever birthday, but he just had his first successful sale at his first official night market, and what a unique one on the road too. So pretty awesome. So yeah, I like that. Everyone's kind of celebrating, having some drinks. Why doesn't everyone give me a perception while they're celebrating? Everyone has a -2.
That means, is that because we're drinking?
Exactly, yeah.
Fair enough. We at Syrinscape would like to say that we don't condone drinking and driving.
No, it's that is definitely a dark dystopian thing right there. Only absolutely. In game, not in real life. Absolutely.
Rush, how did you get critical failure and still roll higher than me?
What did you get there? What did everyone get?
11.
15.
19.
I forgot to put the -2, so mine was a 10.
So it wasn't higher than you.
Yeah.
Only by 1, but I'll take it.
What did you get, Night Shift?
I'm looking for my skills right now.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Looking through them.
Yeah, anybody above 15 or higher. So it looks like Allie and Bud so far. We'll see if Night Shift sees this.
I got a 1 plus -2, and my base is a 6, so like 3.
Yeah, you're focusing on the road ahead. Bud and Allie, though, coming up behind, you can see what looks like a small caravan. It looks like maybe a couple vans, a truck, a few motorcycles. Looks like some type of caravan coming up behind.
Hey, Night Shift, do you notice that caravan behind us?
I do now. I'm looking in my side views.
Does it look like it's anything, or just another?
I'm going to tell the back guy to keep an eye out on them, to let us know what's going on.
Nice. Yeah,
maybe.
Good thinking. The second you radio to Chucky, he just hit you back. I'm seeing that too. It looks like some type of nomad caravan or something, typical transport. But yeah, top speeding us. You might want to give him some room. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to give him room, but I also say over the general group comms to, anybody got get on a turret just in case. At least get by him. Be prepared just in case.
Sure.
Say less.
Are they hard to operate? Hades is already astride one.
If you get heavy weapons, go for it.
Yeah, and I think we discussed that too for the ride. There's the turret on the front. We'll say there's a turret on the back. That makes sense. Is there any other fun little things on the ride or things, Rush? Anything you can think of? Take a moment to think of that. Night Shift too. If you can think. I know we got the plow on the front.
Like anti-boarding measures. So
I like that too.
Like
yeah,
maybe just like small flamethrowers or something they come out, or spikes.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll let Rush and Night Shift should decide that though. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some anti-boarding measures, and also a nice little, like a short little crow's nest kind of thing, so that Bud can snipe things.
You guys have the decision, but I think it's always so cool in like car chases in films when they have like some sort of, even if it's just like literally just nails and whatever, that they just like can drop it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just think it's so cool. It's always fun.
I like that. Yeah, any of these things sound, very feasible, especially for a nomad transport, first night market, little planning. So any of these are there. And if you think of other things too, that's within, reach. Like, we'll go for it. I like all those ideas.
We got ham radio, so maybe someone can hail them.
Oh yeah. They're approaching.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and flip on the radio and let them know that we got a transport ahead of them. I'm making room for them to pass.
10-4, breaker.
Yeah, you get hit back. Exactly that.
I don't know. Stuff that people say.
Yeah. No, I love it. Just a simple little comeback, and it lets you know, Night Shift, that it's obviously just some type of normal nomad caravan as they approach. It looks like a transport, some vans, a truck, a bunch of cyber bikes. They're obviously going much faster than yours, but they're coming up alongside and going. And even in the van, it looks like possible family or something. There's even a young girl in the back, like looking up at you at the semi driving, and she kind of like reaches up. She goes,
And I pull the large horn and give her the truck horn.
yeah. The clan immediately takes your honking as a sign of aggression. All turrets point towards you, and I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, you, that'd be so funny.
Hey, you would know it would be the little girl who like knows this and
she's laughing.
and then she pulls up a shotgun.
Yeah, she's laughing.
She gives the two middle
She flicks
fingers
you off and
sticking out
starts
the tongue.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Simpsons joke where they're trucking and they get him to pull the thing and it just did that just the trailer?
I don't remember that. Oh man.
Oh my god.
But no, you honk. She just like gets excited. She laughs. The other nomads look. They just nod, smile. Just a friendly encounter. But they pass on, disappearing off into the horizon. Obviously, top speed and on their own transport. But they continue on.
Well, it's fun out here. I like this.
Yeah, we could have died.
I don't know, that first encounter's got me a little on edge.
Yeah.
Nah, this. Oh, sure, but anything can happen in Night City too. You walk around the corner and some gangoons can try to flatline you.
Not to
You walk
mention
around
there's
the corner
more,
and wake up
there's
dead.
more people around,
Yeah.
so
That's right. Out here, you got families, happy birthdays, the open road.
I might add too.
Jesus.
If we make this official Rush's birthday, it makes him a tourist. Also, next Thursday, the 4th, is my official birthday, so I'll be sharing a birthday week with Rush. So that'll be kind of fun. We'll both.
I mean, you're also a Taurus?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome!
But,
I feel like those are the star signs everyone always wants around.
And I think that's why you're leaving next week. You didn't want to be here for that. I really appreciate that, Ellen. I really see where you.
Ow.
Yeah.
Sorry! I'm
No,
so
all
sorry.
joking aside, but all
Needed
joking.
to add more shows.
all joking aside, yeah. So you're able to celebrate Rush's birthday, have some drinks, travel, happy little encounter. And yeah, you feel a little unease with that sort of things. Night Shift even mentions like, being out here and after that first encounter and the way things are going, just you're on your toes. You're better safe than sorry. But you are reaching kind of nighttime. It's getting to that point where you should find somewhere to pull over, kind of camp out, call it a night, because you've got a handful more hours beyond that before you get to the first fueling station. So you need to get some rest and take that on during the day. But yeah, you what kind of place would you camp out? What would you look for? Are you looking for some type of underpass, overpass, a clearing, a side road?
I think I would have known a side road with a raised elevation so we could see around us, because we do have this valuable equipment, so we'd want to be able to at least have some awareness if anybody's trying to come up on us. So it'd be slightly raised, but large enough that you couldn't really see us.
Yeah,
too easily.
Yeah, I like that. Why don't you do some type of local check or something? I know it's not specific to your like a part of town where you're upbringing or whatever, but being a nomad, let's call that leaning into being a nomad and kind of the lay of the land. Otherwise, I could take like a wilderness tracking sort of I'd go with
a wilderness survival.
I like that too. If you want to lean into that, do that. If you have actual numbers, stats in that, do that one.
Yeah. I have the assessment.
I'll take any one of those. They all kind of can make sense to me. Go for it.
So that's a 10 plus
Okay.
8, so that's 18.
18, nice. Yeah, you find the spot, you successfully find an elevation, kind of set it up, and I'm using that as a DV just in case I roll something for an encounter, someone wants to look or approach. That's kind of your awesome DV18 of finding an elevation and security area. But Night Shift pulls over, it's nighttime. How do you guys set up the camp, the truck? How does this look? What are you guys doing? Rush, feel free to kind of lead the thing to it being your night market. You and Night Shift, I'd like to see kind of lead up the camp setup and truck setup for the most part. And Bud, too, being solo and security, might have some ideas, too. Anyone can chime in ideas, but let's let Rush and Night Shift lead it a little bit. Go for it.
Well,
I was going to say, I would think Chuck and sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say Chuck and the techie. I'd probably have the techie just go over stuff on their shift, and I'd have Chuck take probably second or third shift. And I would take the last shift of the night for watch. That way I'm up, ready to go,
Night shift.
and I've. Well, it'd be morning.
Hold on.
It'd be morning shift this time.
I wasn't prepared, but now. There it is. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I like that. What kind of setup would you do it? You know, you have the 3 semis. I imagine some tents or a pop-up or
Yeah,
maybe a
we'd
shift,
have
or you
something
sleep
like,
in the cab or underneath. What do you guys think? And Rush, how would you plan for that too? Do you think?
I would definitely sleep with the merch.
Rush has just got his own shirt as a blankie.
I think we would have some cots set up for the internal space where they could just like pull up some cots, so they're not like roughing it if they don't want to. You know, like would have had like some army cots to pull out if they wanted to sleep inside instead of being under the stars.
I like that.
And the better half of my life, sleeping rough, I'm now accustomed to some level of comfort. If anyone's got hammocks, I'd love that.
I was gonna say hammocks would totally work here.
Yeah, we got hammocks.
Yeah, I imagine it's like it's I don't know American weather, but I just imagine that like it's almost like the outback where it's like it's been really hot during the day.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, it'd be cooler at night.
Yeah, but it's still nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Balmy.
Nice breeze. Yeah, balmy. A very
like
Australian word to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do
Balmy.
let's change the sounds to a nighttime pit stop as you pull over. You set this up. You've got the cots and the setup underneath. You've got some hammocks outside. I'll even say, the 3 sort of trucks, maybe you pull them over in such a way, night shift pulls and around that it almost makes this sort of triangle.
Little triangle, yeah.
Yeah, like a little triangle in the center. You've got your hammocks kind of attaching. You can be inside in the lower cab with some cots if you want, but it kind of gives you, I don't know, a little bit of a feeling of shelter in there as well.
Round the wagons.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, you gather up in there and you're posted up. It's nighttime. I don't know if there's any, particular celebratory thing for Rush in his first sale night market or his birthday, or just some winding down role play conversation as everyone's kind of going to get some sleep tonight. But I'll let you take it from there.
This is nice. Like, maybe not forever. I think I'm too much of a, city kid, but...
It's not bad, though.
Yeah.
I don't ever think I've seen this much of anything without just a throng of people. Like,
Yeah.
It is nice out here when it's quiet.
Do you get like, I don't know, does it get more lonely or less?
Not when you're in a group because you have your, your family, like you guys. You guys are basically family, so you'd just be talking, hanging out, joking, laughing. As he brings out a pot of water and grounds to make coffee, put it on a small little camp stove.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hades will grab some ground things and just start munching on them.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna sleep ever.
Oh, you
And
doing
then
your
I'd probably
harmonica?
I'd probably sit back in my chair that I have and start painting.
Ooh.
Amazing.
What are you making? What is it? What is it?
Just probably paint like the scene of us all hanging out together talking.
Wow.
Not very good, I'm just a doodler.
So you don't like do it to aspire to, become an
A rocker.
artist one day. Yeah.
No, I just do it just to kind of like for the memories, just so I have these to look back on later, these moments.
Okay.
Wow. I like
That's
it
my
though.
whole- Yeah, that's my whole bag. I kind of deal in memories.
Would Night Shift know Alley Cats as a rocker? Why don't you roll for that? Give me a 1d10. Give me
Me
a 1d.
or
No,
Night
Night
Shift?
Shift. I want to do a little
Yeah.
rep check. I think you guys are up to 5 now, right?
That is
I think I'm
5.
Rocker 6.
You're 6.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, so you've
On
heard
my
you've
1d10.
heard when Allie says that, like maybe you haven't shown it. I'll leave that up to you at this moment. But you're whether you're a fan or not, but you absolutely know Alley Cats. Like aside from this Edgerunner team and what you're doing, Aldecaldo's hiring. You're running this.
I think I might have heard of her, but maybe not like partaked in all that because I'm
Okay.
always on the move.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Then yeah, but you've heard of her. You know the name Alley Katz and what she does. Yeah.
Mm.
Do
I
you, so-
mean, oh, sorry, you go.
I was just wondering, like, obviously you're known for your adult content, your brain
Yeah.
dances, but like, is there a market as well for like cozy times? Just like it's the feeling of camaraderie on the road, a memory of like being on the road in the desert, and people are like, actually, I could really go for that today.
Yeah, well, I remember.
Cuddle ring
I think
dances.
was it in season 1 or season 2 where Ali just like sometimes she takes BDs of just like small quiet moments, but she doesn't really release them. They're literally just for her. So I can't remember. I think it was it might have been season 1 actually, where we broke into that court
That bunker. Yeah.
kind of bunker, and Ali was just swimming in the pool.
Yeah.
And was recording that, just like the sensation of
Mhm.
being calm and
It's really interesting.
alone.
Like, other people
Yeah.
can take photos of things. You can like literally record the feelings of what it was like, your favorite moment. Yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah.
and stop me if I'm wrong on this. I feel like Allie probably would have like made some that she shared with Hades specifically, probably Persephone, whenever she was
Yeah.
around. And then I think Hades would attempt to like program, not through brain dance stuff, but program some like to try and recreate that a little bit to give back to Allie.
Yeah, yes, I absolutely, yeah, Ali keeps like little moments like that are kind of like the intimacy that you can't, that she doesn't want to package for sale, and but like the stuff that makes money is the hardest stuff, you know. It's it's pleasure and pain, and it's no in between. Whereas like, yeah, those moments, she definitely has like aspirations of like, what if you could do like, you know, paint with all of the kind of like sensational elements of a BD, but like this is her brand. Sorry, that was a long like dump about this.
It's interesting.
It says it right here on the brochure, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled 9 on my harmonica roll just in case you cared about that.
A
I
9.
get.
A 9.
9.
Yeah. So it sounds good to Bud, but the rest of you are not
Bud's over
enjoying
here.
it so much. Yeah. He's
Being
tapping
in
its
the
foot.
Family, we've had those guys in our family that are still learning.
Oh wow!
So, you know, it wouldn't be bad.
Ooh, shots fired. Still learning.
Wow, that's so enthusiastic, Bud.
Night Shift says, "Keep it up, kid. You'll be good one day." Yeah.
I mean, you gotta suck at something for a long time before you're good at
Away.
it.
Put that. Just put that
Bring
away.
it back! Bring it back!
Yeah.
Bring it back! Those cows are lonely now.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, you were playing Back in Black, right? Or no, it wasn't. Oh.
No, wasn't it
No,
for
it wasn't.
release?
For what?
Oh, I thought it was that jingle for the bread company.
I was just jamming, guys. I was just jamming.
Oh,
Just making some sounds.
it was so good.
Shut up.
So
Are you gonna-
That's what we call that's what we call like jazz, right? You're just jamming on some jazz right there on the harmonic.
Yeah. That's right.
Well,
That's
Yes.
right.
Sometimes
The notes
people
of-
get
There's
so
that
experimental that no one
between
else
fusion
understands it.
and junk.
Not that it's junk, but I think we may have touched a nerve there, guys.
Yeah.
It's fine. I just play it for me, you know, fill those quiet moments.
Hey, I appreciated it, even though I'm ribbing you.
If you want, I can try playing it. It'll be worse.
I'll just put it away.
So have you got any big plans, Rush, for when you catch up with Cypress?
Oh, well, I mean, it's going to be Vegas, right? So you got to do some Vegas things.
Well, you guys haven't seen each other for a while, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're not going to do
Yeah.
anything outside of the room.
Well, I'm just saying we'll probably meet you guys after, what, like 3 days?
At least.
Should we slide some food under the door or no?
Yeah, just hit up one of those Vegas buffets and, you know.
Load up your purse with food and just, drop it off.
If you
Get
you
all
fueled
the
up.
flat food that'll fit under the door.
So
Oh,
pizza,
pancakes.
pita bread.
Yep.
God, if Vegas was like a sorted town in 2023 in our time, imagine what it's like in 2045.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe-
2 of you have never been there.
No, I've never been to Vegas. No, we've been
I've
cross.
I've never been to Vegas.
You haven't been
Yeah.
to Vegas?
No.
I've never been to Vegas either.
Rob.
I
Like,
just
you
assume
two-
there's neon already everywhere.
You
I
two, I would assume you two would have been there at least once.
Brandon and Rockette.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like we're all squares, huh?
Oh no.
No, Rob's been.
Square.
Rob is
But
like
you
4
do know-
hours away.
But you do know that Vegas. Oh no, I've done events there. I've performed there and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, you do know that Vegas is very much like Night City, but obviously more focused on casinos and independent businesses. So it's got a definite Wild Wild West sort of vibe to it, which is similar to Night City in it being its kind of own entity. There's a lot of independent corporations running casinos as well as independent crime families and stuff, and it's just kind of a similar to Night City, a bit of a melting pot in itself. So you never know what to expect there, but there's all kinds of fun to be had and danger and debauchery. So it's just an extreme city, very similar to Night City. But yeah, you guys wind down your night. You have a nice fire going. It's decent weather. You've got a nice secure location thanks to Night Shift and y'all setting it up. Just before you call it a night and get some sleep, and we get to the next day, I'm just curious. What anybody was able to quickly makeshift, find, create, or think of to give Rush for his birthday gift. I know it's last minute and you just kind of made that official tonight, but I would think that with everything that the team has been through together and collectively, you might have a moment where you all are like, let me just at least put something together and here, buddy, or something. I don't know, or a message.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a moment. I think
need
that
to
would be
make a
kind
quick roll real quick.
that would be
We'll
kind
see
of
how-
cool. Maybe Hades
Spread.
has a muffin and a candle or something. I don't know, but you get my point. Just something would be kind of fun. What was
Sorry,
it?
you go.
I'm gonna dig around in my saddlebags and be like, here it is. Nice bottle of liquor.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, too slow.
He gets a bottle of liquor from everyone. Everyone is just
You
different.
suck, bud. I thought we were going to do this together. Or were we going to coordinate?
And a stogie. There you go.
Oh, nice. This is a good brand.
So I rolled a 13 on basic tech. So Rob, you can tell me if this is feasible. So Hades went around the back of the area and just got kind of random components that are just strewn about. Nothing, super important or fancy or anything like that. But made a very, very little, very simple, think Lego level, simple and cheap Lego level of it's a little Rush's face with a little cowboy hat that has a little arm on the side that goes meowdy.
And what did you roll?
A 13.
No, you can't. No, I'm kidding. Of course, yes, I can't take that from you. That's awesome. Yeah, you make that.
So Hades be like, Rush, I spent many minutes making this for you.
There's a meowdy.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. Look at the bill. Look at that. Look at that. It does. You know what? This gives me an idea for some new merch. This is
Yay!
You say, but like after last session, I made a thing. I'm gonna drop it in the
Oh my god, yes!
Discord channel. I'm gonna drop
Oh
it
no,
in
I'm
the
so ready. I'm so
Discord
ready.
channel.
I'm gonna die. I can feel it.
So
It's,
what is
Ali,
Oh my
I
god.
messed up the roll. I want to do it on like a small group, but I'm just gonna do a few little posts on my garden page, just about who is like one of the most consummate professionals I've ever worked with in my life. It's Rush, and he is gonna be coming up in a big way. Lots of night markets. He's got big plans, and truly, not only can he get you what you need in a rush, he's just one of the most genuine people in Night City when you're dealing. So go to him for your business.
Or we'll
Alley
find you
out.
and kill you.
Or we'll find you and kill you.
Yeah, no, and you
Man,
had,
that's
like-
just in the
it's like-
background.
It's like not a huge thing, but it's just like a few little posts here and there.
oh yeah, no, and it works. That was a good roll, and yeah, you get lots of feedback from the fans, and they're signing up wanting to attend the night market put on by Rush. So you were able to generate Rush some fans in Night City. That might come into play in the future. Who knows? What about was Night Shift? I know he just met Rush in this past day, but
So,
would he throw
yeah,
something
no, but-
together?
But yeah, so when I sat down to do the drawing of the group there, or the painting, I rolled a 16 for the painting, and I'm going to say,
Nice.
welcome to the storms, and welcome into the family.
Nice.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
goes to all of you too. But,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
that roll that looks
this
good
is
too.
this
It
is for him.
Yeah, and it's actually a great likeness. It's very artistic with that roll, Rush.
I'm imagining some like
Beautiful.
Renaissance level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
Depending
say
on the
it's-
where in the
it's
Renaissance,
okay.
they
No,
weren't
you-
that great at making faces. So.
Their cats were terrible.
This is a great painting, especially considering how you did this by headlight. It's
So,
amazing.
you know,
Yeah, you're a
get
talented
practice.
guy.
You know, I'm very modest. I'll just say it's okay. It's not my best work, but
Oh, he's so much.
Every artist says that.
And yeah, you get those gifts and at least have a little moment for Rush's birthday, and it was Rush. It's at least a heartfelt moment knowing that this was kind of just thrown together for you for fun after seeing Buffalo's birthday and you discussing never having one, and then to see your team members and even your new team member and friend that's on for the ride, throw some things together and heartfelt little gifts and stuff. So it's kind of cool. So maybe this is right around Rush's official birthday now. Maybe you have a little feeling of that, but you're able to get that and get some sleep. Wake up the next day, no real major problems or anything through the night. But before you officially wake up and kind of start it, let's take our 5-minute bio break. When we get back,
Yeah.
we will have a little surprise and some imagery like we always do. And then we'll start the next day with the team. Don't anyone go anywhere. I am going to leave the mics hot. So yeah, chat. Feel free to hang out with us. We'll be right back.
You have to share that image. You have to share that.
It's so
Come on.
good.
It's so
As
good.
I've said many times, graphic design is my passion.
It's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
which chat did you send that? Share that in?
That is just in the Syrinscape one. Are you in that one?
I'm
I
in
think I saw
this
you in
one,
it.
but is it like which one? Which room? Because there's 3 of them.
GM Rob Mulligan Syrinscape.
Okay, so not this room
CPR.
we're currently in.
No,
Okay,
No, not
I'll
in,
look it up later.
not in this chat room.
no. I
don't
mean,
wanna
could I
mess with
do it in
anything.
this chat room?
You can put things into so each sound
Oh,
channel
yeah.
has a chat as well.
as
Yeah.
a chat. Okay, I'm dropping it in there so that you
Okay.
can see.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think you
still
might be able to
new at,
tell what I made.
I'm still new at Discord. I don't want to mess something
Yeah, no,
up.
totally. You
Oh,
won't
I
believe
love
it,
that.
but I did art in high school.
I actually spent 3 years in community college studying graphic design.
And yet, could you aspire to make this?
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Would you believe that I did not get high marks when I did visual arts and design?
Yeah, they just didn't recognize your genius.
They didn't recognize my talent.
Yeah, I spent 3 years in graphic technology and automotive technology.
Yeah.
So I learned how to work on cars and make graphics.
Yeah.
Everything from Photoshop to printing press.
Oh dang! Yeah, you might again. This might surprise you. I don't know how to work Photoshop. I've never learned.
Like, you
it.
really need to take a class to learn
It's-
Photoshop properly.
I think there's too much. The layout is too much. I am a simple person. And in terms of art, I think like one of the things that honestly was my big Achilles heel is that I never really learned like a lot of techniques. I just kind of like whatever's close to hand is what I like using. So like mainly just like sketching, textures, pencils,
Yeah.
pens.
My-
anything more advanced than that, I'm like, no, brain, not working. Beep, boop,
I
beep.
call myself the graphic artist. My ex, she was the graphic designer. So when it came to layout, typesetting, all that,
yep.
like doing all that stuff, she was really good at it. But when it came to like just artistic stuff, I was more the one that was on top of that.
Yeah, it's good to like definitely like two very different sides of the brain there. And you know, some people can like put them all together. I am not one of those people.
Yeah, I did really good at like I took I think it was like Corel Paint, and my graphic teacher in that class was like, "Are you a painter?" And because I was like using I was mixing colors like on a palette and doing all that paint stuff. I'm like, "No, I'm just playing around." She's like, "Oh, you're mixing those colors really nice. You're like really working this like paint program really good." She's like, "I would have thought you're a painter." I'm like, "Nope, I'm just playing.
I'm just a guy.
I'm just
Doing
playing with
some
what I
paint.
see."
All right.
But I've never been afraid to get in there and just do stuff.
Yeah, I think that's part. I always say that because obviously at work, there's lots of arts and crafts with kids. And I'm always just like, hey man, making like, even if we don't finish it, just getting in there and making stuff. There's no wrong answers.
No, with art, no,
unless
there's
you
never wrong answer.
injure yourself, in which case then I got to make some calls.
And your job, yeah.
Or
I'll be
injure
right back.
someone else.
Well, truly, the good thing about working in a hospital, I'm like, hey, doctors, come here, please. We're so close. We're in the same hospital. Thankfully, knock on wood, I've never had to call a code blue, though. I live in fear of that day. It will come, but I've never had to.
What's that?
Code blue's medical emergency.
Mm.
Yeah. So you got like all your emergency codes. And code blue is the one you hear the most in a hospital, naturally, because it's just like, medical emergency, come here quick. But again, I'm not medical. I just like hang out and play with the kids. But, there have been times where like code blues have been called in our room. But, I haven't had to do it. So I'm just like, and I've been working there like 3-4 years. So it's just like one day, one day it'll happen.
Nah.
No, never. Never say never.
Also,
he has never been
meanwhile-
to Vegas. Kit. Which one's this one?
This is Samurai. He and his brother are 18 this year.
Whoa!
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Whoa!
Well
Are you
Here, I'll bring it back up.
You serious?
Yeah.
It's like 1,000,000 in cat years.
Yeah.
He's elderly.
But he's still so sprightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time the vet said his teeth were in great condition. Which I
Well,
guess
that's
is
what's important.
a sign of health. Good
Alright.
teeth, shiny coat,
Yeah.
loud piercing yell.
I'll be back, y'all.
So how do you keep them away from all your little animals?
Honestly, they really just do not care. I don't know
Oh.
if maybe it's age or, I mean, with the rats and stuff, the rats are a little bigger than I think they'd really want to deal with.
So yeah, since we're not back yet, you can see what my kiddo has let me borrow the last 3 streams.
What?
Nice.
My streaming buddy here.
Oh, I love it.
Just something to help me with my nerves.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could let you borrow a cat.
Oh no, I think there's one in here right now. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, if anything, everyone who streams needs a cat on hand.
Yeah, my kid's cat's in here probably. I don't know. They don't really like me so much unless I have my laptop out where they can get to it.
That's fair. That's fair. It's harder to sit on the monitor screen. Hey, stop chewing that.
Right now, my laptop's actually on a raised little platform, so they can't easily get up here.
I mean, I feel like that's probably for the best.
They could, but it would be hard for them to do it without me noticing.
Drives me nuts when they get on top of stuff. Unless it's
We already saw Bud's cat go by the screen earlier.
Yes, Bud, where's your cat? I saw
My cat.
Yeah.
She's gone. Gone to sleep
What?
somewhere.
She's gone now.
She's gone. It's 10 in the morning, which means middle of the night for kitty cats.
Some
So
cats.
she's curled up in a chair somewhere. I think the one who was pestering her has been kicked out of the house. So.
Oh,
He's a big old
Oh,
bully.
Yeah.
that guy.
Oh yeah, Juno. He's a feral. We literally, he was a feral and he got attacked by a dog, so we took him in.
Oh.
No, he's ours. But yeah, because he was neutered a bit late. He's very aggressive. He's a bit of a bully.
So he's a bit
He's
of a
like
tomcat
vicious.
then.
Yeah. He's not like, he doesn't hurt the others, but he very much annoys them and tries to like chase them and jump on them. And
An
they don't
annoying
like
pet.
it. Yeah,
What
yeah. Who knows?
Don't. What are you doing?
Eating your fingers, obviously. Duh. Tasty, delicious.
And then he looks like so contrite, and it's like, you know what you did.
All right, we ready to go back?
Yeah, he kidnapped Princess Peach. That's what he did.
Yep.
And moved her in so many castles.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it
All
is.
Bowser.
right, we're back.
He is.
Everyone
A
can
decent
see
Hello.
size, too.
And we have a new pet joining
Random
us.
doggo just showing up into camp.
Okay. He
I
needs
like
to
it.
go now because he can't actually fit on my lap.
Aww. Don't
I
body
mean,
shame
anyone can fit
him.
on your lap if you're bold enough.
No, it's not.
dare you body
it's not
shame him.
his body. It is mine and the chair.
There you go.
Mainly the it's mainly the chair.
It's mainly the chair. Okay,
It's definitely the chair.
so the team's back. You got some good sleep. It was a pretty peaceful night. Yeah, you start the next day at the campsite. Got to gather up your things, kind of get them together, and get the travels back on the road. You know you have, a few hours before you have to get to, the fueling station, the old Oasis station out there, and then you have another handful of hours before your first night market sale of the day. We'll say it's the family that's supposed to come up and get the expensive items. So you're supposed to get those Arasaka custom mimics and such. So it's a nice big day for Rush, you know that. But you started your day. We'll get the engine started as everyone's kind of getting the caravan together. Night shift starts it up. And you start pulling off onto the main road. Why doesn't everyone explain to me kind of where they're posted up in the caravan, how they're doing today's travels again, just like we did on the first day?
I mean, can I be sunbathing again?
You could, absolutely. Go for it. I like it. I think it's
Yeah.
the signature move where it's like, the guy with guitar blazes up on the front, and then Allie is like
Yeah.
above that on the top, almost
Just
like a hood
like-
ornament, but on the back side, so she doesn't have to get hurt by the plow, but I like it.
Trying to find my sunnies. Here they are. Yeah, she's literally just
Exactly.
on her little kind of chaise lounge thing, taking it all in.
I like it. Obviously, Night Shift is driving. Is Hades still co-piloting with Night Shift, or where is she at in the travels?
I think that Hades would be somehow, some way, up on top of the cab, nearish to where Blaze is, and just kind of rocking out.
Got flags out, makeshift flags.
I like it. What about Bud? Still riding along?
Yeah, I think he might try and open it up a bit today, and maybe scout ahead, but also just give
Front
the
I like that.
but also give the bikes and open up the throttle, give it some
Oh, yeah.
welly, and
Some beans?
have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work it a little. It's new to you, you know. You gotta
Yeah.
break it in. What about Rush?
We brought the dune buggy.
Yeah, sure.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. It's
We got room.
yeah. This the throne this time is the dune buggy. So so yeah, I'm gonna take a ride next to Bud for a little while. Then once we get back, I'm gonna practice the whole arms wide Tony Stark maneuver, just to make
You
sure
have the
it's
little
ready.
button, right?
Yeah, the button, Boop, and everything comes up. Yeah, it
Nice.
never gets old, so I do it like 10 times in a row.
Exactly. You try it in different ways, you know, different shoulders, different approaches, different. You know, you're like striking poses in front. No, I love it.
I let Rush know that I have got some pyrotechnics on the big sail.
Nice.
Ooh.
You don't want to do that.
I like that.
Yes.
Do you
In
say that?
earshot of Hades.
I was just gonna say, does he say it loud enough that Hades overheard that? I don't know.
No, I think I don't just let him know so it's a surprise for everybody.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that.
Sorry, Rob. Before we continue, we didn't do
Oh,
the picture.
with a picture. Let's do it. Why?
I'm so
how,
sorry.
how do I
Today.
keep? How do I keep forgetting
I know.
opportunities to embarrass our guest yet again? Bronx.
Truly.
Let's explain
What's
this
up,
one.
Rob?
Look
one
at
are
this
we
little
looking at?
deviant. Look at this.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. That is my like second grade picture there.
Is that a vest?
So that would have been my school picture from like second grade.
A vest. That would be awesome.
Is it?
No, it's just,
Is
it's
it a
just like a
vest?
two-tone shirt, the white sleeves with a red center,
Oh, okay.
button up like
Got it.
polo.
That'd be awesome
I
if
mean,
you were in some
wearing-
weird future vest, like out of like some Star Trek looking. I don't know.
It
That
was
would-
it was like
I just,
1984 or something. Like, come on,
I just
now,
mean wearing a vest to primary
Well, the
school
Mexican
is a
color
strong
is-
choice.
Yes. All right.
Man,
no, I was a nerd, but I wasn't that big of a nerd to wear a
The
vest.
kids who survive doing that are the stronger.
There you go.
the stronger for it.
Yep, and they join us here on stream. So let's get to it. You take your travels. Bud's able to open up the bike a bit. Rush is able to get on the dune buggy a bit, get back, kind of practice on the lift, kind of figure out his approach while Allie's getting some sun and Hades chilling up there dancing with Guitar Blaze Guy and hanging out with Allie. But yeah, as you kind of get up ahead, you do a little reconnaissance. You're able to you see the old Oasis station up there that Continental kind of took over out in the middle of nowhere. You can clearly see the neon lit up. It looks like there might be some type of like security booth in the front of it. You don't see any vehicles up in it, but you clearly see the Oasis approaching as you're approaching.
well, coming up on the refuel stop looks clear to me.
That's good to know.
Hate to blow this
Guessing-
place up.
Yeah. Is this a place where you usually get jumped?
Not that I've in the past. It's
Okay.
pretty secure because everybody's got to get fuel.
Yeah.
That is one
Yeah.
thing. Just to
Kinda like the
interject.
neutral zone.
Exactly. A night shift, you're familiar. Rush, all of you are familiar with it, but Continental Brands and Oasis stations, they want to sell their fuel, so they're known to have security or automated defenses. You can clearly see a guard station with a turret out front, street side. Like they usually don't mess around. They want people to just come in, get their stuff, and go.
Yeah.
They call it "come get your stuff and go" stations.
Exactly. But yeah, you approach. No one's here. You do see a turret. It doesn't look like there's any actual security. It looks a bit automated, but as you approach, you clearly see the turret when you get within range kind of like turn and follow the vehicle as you pull into the lot and then turn back out to street side like it's some type of automated thing. But you pull up. There's plenty of pumps available. Like I said, no one else is here. You can see the sort of convenience store set up on the back side of the pumps and stuff. You can see drop-down cages, but through there, through the dusty kind of windows, you clearly see a shadowed figure kind of like looking out, just kind of gestures.
Yep. So I guess I would send Chuck in to get any like goodies we need. So road trip snacks.
Sure.
And I think because we have the tech with us, I'd have them fill up and check things. Check the oil while we're filling up, and I'd just keep everything ready to go.
Yeah,
So we're
sounds
not too static.
Oh, I love it. Very precautious. Yeah, you keep it going. Ginny gets out, does fueling, checks the tires, checks the connections, all that sort of stuff. As Chucky runs in, comes back out. I paid for a top off, just fuel it off. He tells Ginny, then comes over to you, Night Shift, tosses in a couple bags and heads to the back. And yeah, you've got some goodies, whatever you can think of, different drinks and snacks and stuff like
meat
that.
sticks, energy drinks,
Animal jerky. Nice.
Whoa.
it's synth animal jerky, unfortunately.
I was
Continental
going to say,
brands.
don't ask him about the animal.
Yeah, it's
People.
it's questionable.
Soylent Green.
Yeah, but yeah, you get all that. You're able to pay for the fuel and stock up with snacks and things like that. And Ginny just nods. Yep, we're topped up. Looks like everything's good to go. Hops back in and goes back
Fire up
below
and-
deck.
Pull up and let everybody know we're pulling out.
Mount up.
Yeah, you all mount up, pull out, and start traveling down. You've got maybe 3 to 4 hours of travel before you meet up with your first sort of clan of the day. You have your big expensive sale. And then later in the evening, after that, just to give you even more foresight and, Rush's schedule, a few hours of travel, then you meet up with this clan. They're supposed to pick up some of the more expensive items, the Arasaka mimics and such. And then you've got, another handful, if not 10 hours of travel beyond that. So like late evening, early night, the last sale of the day, you're supposed to meet up with another clan. They're supposed to clear out the items. They're supposed to pick up any left ammunition, any weapons. They're also open for any suggestions. So that might be a kind of clean up any last minute things, maybe extra sales. Then after that, you can travel a handful more hours through the night to make it to Vegas. Or if you want to camp out one more night and then go to Vegas in the morning to have a fresh day, that's up to the team. But that's kind of the foresight of your day and night to come. But you got a few hours travel right now before you get up with the main family. Everyone's kind of posted up. Any particular conversation or plans or any things in prep or things like that you want to discuss or do before you get to that point? Go for it.
Hey, so this family is going to be big spenders. That we're looking to clear out the Arasaka prototype mimics and so on, and just be ready with your interjections and your questions as we practice with the brochures. Because I think that worked really well last time. I think it was great. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Any thoughts?
Well, so you're looking to offload all of. Oh wait, hang on. It's about the purchasing of it, isn't it?
Yeah. So
yeah.
we're gonna sell the big ticket items first.
Yeah.
And then we're looking to clean out the rest of the inventory by end of day.
Okay. So what's the talking points? That it's like.
Well.
Yeah. You tell us the spiel, and we will try and lay it on as naturally as possible.
We start off talking about how Arasaka is full of it, but they do make some good top-notch weaponry. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I mean, I think we've all been shot by an Arasaka gun before, right? Who hasn't? So we talk a little bit about that and how it stings and how we've got something just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
And we
Are we
got
trying to play up local pride, or why should we give our business to Arasaka when we can make it just as good right here?
Yeah, they've been hoarding this technology to themselves, Well, no longer. Now we've got some that we can give to the people, not give to the people. We can sell to the people, top dollar. And not just one, but two.
Absolutely. We got any promos? Kind of like if you buy this many many guns, you get okay. No deal.
No,
2 for 1.
These are the big spenders. I'm looking to make sure that they get what they're looking for, because they already have it in mind. They've got a price in mind, and so have I. So I think just doing the deal is the big thing. No special 10%, 20% off or anything like that. Maybe when it comes to clearing out the last of the inventory on the next sale of the day, but for this one, not so much. No, this is the big sale, the big sale of this night market.
Yeah. So I guess it's like it's less 2-for-1 and more trying to aim it as a package. Oh,
Yeah.
well, if you're already buying this gun, you know what goes great with that?
More
This
guns.
ammunition. And if you can, like, swap out and have an underbarrel, like that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Extended muzzles. We're talking, scopes and all of the gear, all of the add-ons. It's, we're not looking to rip them off, but we want to make sure that they are getting the best of the best. You know what I mean?
And, like, I mean, obviously, this is literally a moving night market. It's limited edition.
Exactly. They may
Yeah.
never see this ever again.
Absolutely. Okay. Once only. Great. Oh my gosh.
And
Look
those-
at us, business people.
Yeah, and those Arasaka guns, they are no joke in the sense, they are extremely exclusive right now. Like, as you know, you can't even get them with completed parts and things in the current make. They're still kind of prototyped out from Arasaka. So to have these full functioning mimics, like Rush, I love the idea that you're not trying to negotiate. They know the price in mind. You have a price in mind. You're willing to just sell it outright, take, as big a dollar price point you can get. It's a cool idea. I love the approach on this. And then you save your haggling for that last clan just to finish up what you got. I love that approach. But you guys discuss all that, and now you're getting maybe you've done like half that distance. You've got a handful of hours before you get to the sale. Maybe you've traveled a couple of those. And you've kind of discussed this. And now that you're posted up, that you're a couple hours out for a meeting. Maybe it's time to prepare a little bit, at least on Russia's side. Everyone else can continue on the way that they are, obviously. But I would love for a moment of just Rush right now of, the big spenders coming up in a couple hours. How are you preparing, displaying, whether it's the merch or yourself or whatever, like what's the process here? Let's go through it.
I'm on the phone with Cypress because she always hypes me up.
I love that.
Yeah, she's I'm her biggest fan, and she's also my biggest fan. And I think that's something that works really well in a relationship. So I'm calling her because I need it. I need to pick me up. I need her to cheer me up and lift my spirits and get me ready for this. So I'd be on the phone with her.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah, you give her a call. She's hyping you up. She's reminding like you were made for this. This is what you've been working towards, and look at what you've done, putting on this mobile market at that. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, nobody thinks of this kind of stuff, right? Oh,
no.
Thank you so much. Man, I can't wait to see you. As exciting as all this is, I'm the thing I'm looking forward to the most is just getting to see you.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see you either, especially after everything that's been going on this past month. And it'll be nice to finally be back together, but just be safe and do what you do best, honey. You just be that fixer, look at what you've put together, and you've got a great team with you. Just kick ass, honey, and I'll see you when you get here.
Yeah. All right. See you soon. And with that, I'll just make sure nobody's looking. Do a little bit of kung fu. get myself hyped up, get the blood pumping, and then I'll go up to the area where we would normally raise everything up and just check on everybody, make sure everything's good. Yeah.
Little do you know that we're also doing kung fu.
Yeah, I would think everyone's posted up, kind of in their position. You see Allie laid out, sunbathing things. Hades up there rocking out with Blaze a little bit, maybe having some conversations with Allie. You see Bud again, reconnaissance, kind of traveling along, night shift, handling the road. It's getting close now. You're hyped up. You maybe have another hour, 2 hours of travel. You know, still some distance to cover, right, before you get up to this. But it's time to prepare not just yourself, but the merchant stuff. How are you setting things up? I know you've got the whole approach with the lift and stuff, but anything else special? I guess set up things, get things ready for your
Yeah, this is a big sale, so we want to make it flashy. And knowing that there's some pyro, that's good. That is awesome. So I'm going to be making sure that all of that is set up and ready to go, and just that we're good there. Checking in with everybody, make sure heads are on a swivel, just in case anything comes our way that's uninvited. Yeah.
You tell us what to do, boss. We'll do it.
Boss, hey, that sounds kind of good.
And how do you want to display? Are you going right for the Arasaka mimics and displaying the top merchandise? Are you going to try to have any other things? I know you said you're not trying to negotiate or upsell, but how are you going to do this, or is it just going to rise up on the things, or how do you want to do it? How are you setting up?
I was thinking have the tables angled in such a way that they're pointing at the mimics, and then as soon as this caravan shows up, I'll grab both of the mimics, so I've got one in each hand, and just ready to kind of just pose, pose. Just then look how good they look.
Nice. I like that idea. Yeah, and you can set up the lifts to do that, and you adjust the tables and stuff so it's ready to go. Yeah, give me a perception check, Rush.
16.
Yeah, when you go to set up and kind of adjust the tables and then get the lifts set up, the first thing you notice as you set those up is the two Arasaka mimics are not there. You don't see them out to put on the lift. And Night Shift, give me a land vehicle control, driving land vehicle.
Yeah, so that is a...
Hold that thought, Rush.
Sure, I just closed it.
How dare you? How dare you,
No,
sir?
it's
You
horrible.
could not avoid
Rob's
this
done
that
it
way.
again. Rob has done it again.
I tried doing fancy touchscreen stuff, and it just did not work out for me nicely.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
Yeah.
Never be fancy.
No. Never be fancy.
Technology.
Okay, so that is 20.
Not bad.
Yeah, you just Rush, just as you start to notice, you set up the tables, you go down, you get to put them on the lifts, they were right here. You had the two cases. There was only two of them. They're the size of rifles. They're not here. It's below deck. What the hell? They're not here. It's just as confusing as it sounds. And right then, Night Shift, you feel some type of mechanical lockup in the brakes, like something all of a sudden triggers in the vehicle, and the brakes just lock up while you're at top speed. And instantly you hear like screeching as the back trailers come crashing into themselves, like hitting and kind of pushing the trailer and the cab and vehicle that you're controlling. You're trying to control it, but it slides to its side as you go off the road, and it hits up on a dune and lands on its side and slides as the other trailers go on their sides. Rush tumbles inside of that room, the equipment falling as it slides and kind of wrecks on itself. Give me 1 second.
Oh no! That's not good.
We're gonna die.
I'm glad I
And 16
had that.
16 points of damage everybody takes
Wow!
from this wreckage,
Oh.
except for Bud.
Whoa!
Bud, seeing all this go down right next to him, as you see all of a sudden it looks like Night Shift slams on the brakes, and you see the back trailer just wrecking up as I described, going off to the side and just sliding. You see Alley Cats and Hades and Blaze go flying from the top of the vehicle as they're sunbathing and hanging out, and come tumbling into the ground. Obviously everyone's taking this 16 points of damage. Rush inside, tumbling. You can see Chuck on the back kind of hanging on as it slides to the side. He tumbles out from the vehicle as all this kind of wrecks and all this dust kind of clutters up. Everyone adjust your HP based on that 16. Night Shift, as you're just trying to control it, you have no luck. Extremely difficult. Also, shout out to my -2s. I have used them all officially. Just so everyone knows in chat. Thank you, chat, for making that happen. Team, you can blame chat. It wouldn't have been for it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for my -2s too, because that 20 was killing it. I had to bring it down below 17, but yeah, it locks up. Night Shift, you kind of tumble in the front as the front windshield shatters. You're covered in glass, and it just kind of comes to a halting stop. And the vehicle is just kind of wrecked on the side. The engine kind of rearing on itself. You can hear like grinding metal. Everything's kind of smoking. You can hear some fluids. But as you kind of pull, you can clearly see like some fluids kind of coming out the side of the vehicle. Yeah. Now, let's take a moment to role play out. I want each person to have their moment of this wreck to describe what you went through based on where you were in the location. I lightly described kind of things, but I would like each person to kind of describe what they went through. And based on your hit points and where you are and how much damage you took, SP, all that sort of stuff on the 16, just how badly injured you are, if you're unconscious, if you're out on the road, if you're able to get up, limp away, whatever. I'd like each person to have their kind of moment. Let's start with Rush inside the cab as you tumble around, equipment falling, all that comes to a halting stop. What's up?
Yeah, so this was straight to HP, right?
No, I think it's absorbed by SP in a wreck.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check that, though. But go on, describe it while I look that up.
Okay, well, if it is straight to HP, then I'm seriously wounded. And so I imagine I would be on one side of one of the tables, the whole thing flips, and the table slams me into the side with guns kind of hitting me in the face. And I'm looking worse for wear as a result of all of that, pinned under a table and kind of covered in guns. With crates of guns next to me. It's not a pretty sight.
My gosh.
Nice. Let's go over to Alley Cats, who is sunbathing on the top. And also, I'm looking up those rules, so just continue on, and I'll have our exact HP damage.
Just continue on.
I'm kind of imagining, is there like I'm almost imagining this like a ship, which I shouldn't. But like, I imagine that she like took a tumble to a lower deck, essentially like flying off the chair, like rolling a few times. She's still like on the vehicle, but she's gone over a few objects, trying to like roll to a stop. But yeah, she's like, rolled through like chairs, like caught some debris kind of thing. So she's like battered up, but she's still walking.
Yeah, SP
just like a lot of
SP does count, by the way. I looked it up. It doesn't say direct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just says takes the damage. So everybody deduct your SP from that 16.
Okay.
Ablate it by 1, take the damage, and continue on now with that amount of damage. Go on.
Yeah. So she's like rolled a few times. She's like almost like tumbled down like a flight. She's like shakily getting to her feet. I imagine just like a lot of superficial grazes, and she's gonna be bruised.
Nice.
Oh my god.
What about Hades?
Yeah, so, hey, as we realized and established one time, Hades actually has a decent amount of health. So, standing on top, because the vehicle was in motion, not at a slow clip, I imagine whenever they were stopped at one point, she would have like gotten clipped to the thing because she's right by where Blaze is like hanging out and playing. So the sudden stop would have like vaulted her forward, and would like probably, definitely will also have some bruising, but like, the harness or whatever would catch her real hard, and then she started like swinging, probably swinging around, maybe going around and around and around.
Nice. What about?
Definitely got the wind knocked out.
Oh yeah. What about night shift? In the cab, covered in broken glass.
Well, night shift would have been like at least 4 pointed up, so he was like secure in that seat. But still, having all that debris hitting the, like slamming forward with that impact, so he bashed his head on the steering wheel, having glass thrown in his face, and definitely just really shocked of all things. Like, he's not really hurt very bad, but he is definitely shocked. Like, what the hell happened? And he's probably yelling over the radio as this is happening, like, what's going on, Jenny? Why did this happen? Chuck, what happened? Did you see anything?
Yeah, there's you hear like a moan from Chuck, and he's like, I have no idea. It's like just all of a sudden the brakes locked up. I don't know. And then on the radio, you hear nothing back from Jenny.
Ooh, that's not good. She would have been down below deck.
Yeah, and I should add, Rush, you don't see Jenny down below deck. Bud, you're over to you. You see all that wreckage going down. It just all happened and stopped. Smoke still happened, like I described earlier. What would Bud be doing?
So, they're going along together, and then suddenly you hear that awful screech of those tires locking up, smoke coming off those tires as they burn rubber, and the whole thing goes off the road. As soon as he sees that's happening, he's going to pull on the brakes, Akira slide to a halt, and kind of observe the wreckage. And the same thing, like, as soon as the dust dies down, everyone's going to hear him on the radio. What the hell happened? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, just bruised.
I don't know.
Hey,
We're
where's Ginny? The Arizona specials are gone.
What?
This is sabotage. It's got to be sabotage.
Yes, it is.
You think
What
it was
the
one of the crew?
Who
It had
had
to be
access to
somebody.
stuff?
Oh my gosh. I just need to see where people are at. Can I find where people are? Or, like,
yeah, I
amongst
think
the kind of...
Hades, Bud, and Allie, you three give me a perception.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna scan the horizon here.
We've
See
got
what's
some
up.
+2s if necessary. But
It's alright, I have like +7 while I'm
Well,
running
yeah.
threat detection, so I'm pretty good for
I doubt that you need it.
perception
unless you-
rolls.
Unless you fail!
3. That would be a nice big 3 for Hades.
Oh my god.
That makes sense, though.
I-
Hades is tethered. She's still swinging around, but she's dizzy.
Whoa.
She's dizzy.
Whoa.
You know.
I double crit for 35.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. So.
I can see through space.
Allie looking around, you see,
17.
Lots of smoke and dust. Yeah, I saw dust kind of coming up. You're having a hard time seeing, but you're not seeing anything from your position, especially getting knocked off of the vehicle and on the ground. Hades, again, everything dizzy. You're absolutely not seeing anything. You're doing everything you can just to keep from throwing up at this point. You're just trying to gather yourself, right, and get down off of the strap that you're hanging from off the edge. But Bud, you look around, and within that conversation and Night Shift mentioning, and Rush mentioning, and the whole Ginny thing, you scan the horizon and literally like maybe 50 meters or so already, like a decent distance from the wreck. You can see Ginny, like, running off, like, off into the desert, like, off in a direction, and it looks like maybe a half a mile or beyond that, and you have such an amazing perception I'm giving you. Like, you can even see beyond her some dust kick up. It looks like maybe a couple dune buggies heading your way. And this is where we'll end our session.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Yo!
God.
I am
Oh, he
upset.
gets ya. Oh, he gets you. He lulls you in with the false
Oh.
sense of security.
Wait, put it down. Kitty's gonna go down.
Oh, it's just gonna be a role play sesh, guys.
It's just gonna be a birthday. It's just a happy
Hey.
birthday.
Ginny,
Happy
down.
birthday! It's your birthday. You got screwed.
Down.
That's funny. Shareable Horizon.
Oh,
you,
man.
yeah, you made it for
Okay,
the
we're
best
sorry.
part. You made it
Shareable
for the best
Horizon
part.
ride for the most important part of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that was a fun session. I think there was lots of great moments. And, I love that the previous session allowed us to have a little bit of paranoia even during the fun, happy moments, like the honking horn, the family coming, the little things. But then it was great to drop a real paranoia moment at the end there. I love everyone's role play reactions. I love Rush calling it out like it's a setup, and whereas Jenny and Night Shift, this doesn't make sense with the brakes locking up. I love that Bud from day one has decided to ride the bike on the side. Like this, absolutely, and that kind of saved the day with not just a great perception. I mean, even if you had the negative from being on it, you still with that 35 would have killed it, even with the negative. But just amazing work, amazing role playing, amazing decisions, so much fun. I honestly don't know exactly where this is going. Like I said, this is a lot of improv. I'm trying to come up with stuff like during the session to spice it up. If there's moments and things, I have till next week. I'll think of some more with this. I kind of have some ideas, but we're going to lean into the role play and see where it goes. I know next week, Ellen, you're not with us starting next week for the next 3, but we're going to keep Allie there. We're going to play her like an NPC. I typically don't like doing that, but the fact we're in the middle of this, we have to.
Yeah, no.
It was
absolutely.
that or
trust
she
ya.
dies from the wreck. And we just...
Oh, well.
I like this way better.
Me too. I do too. So what we'll do is, we'll have the team make decisions on Allie's behalf, playing her as she would. But let's mainly have Hades kind of run it, Since Hades kind of has that relationship with her, we'll kind of do that. And that'll help me remember when we get to Hades' turn in action next week that, let's have her decide Allie. So we don't forget that Allie's there, because sometimes I forget when we have a player out and it turns into an NPC. You know how it gets. That's what we'll do with next week. And then we'll try to wrap it by the week after that, because I know on the 18th, Rockette's out. She starts her 6-week absence, and Ellen, you're still not back on the 18th. So what we'll do is we'll have a special sort of one-shot thing. It might last a couple sessions, we'll see, but it might just be the one-shot. Bronx, hopefully you can stay with us for the 18th at the end of this campaign. It'll be kind of everyone being in Vegas. Maybe Hades and Allie run off for a fun couples moment, and that Night Shift, Bud, Rush, maybe you meet up with some other Edgerunners and have a little one-shot or something. Maybe we'll have some guests. We could have some guest players in or something.
Nice, like that.
So we'll kick around some ideas, and that's kind of what we'll do. So thanks for sticking with it, being part of it. Thanks, chat, for rewarding the +2s and all that, and my -2s. I finally got to use them up. I was stacking them up here for a nice epic moment, and I hope it was fun for everybody. But yeah,
Absolutely.
aside from that, we'll see everybody next time. Take care.
Bye.
Ultimo.